Thank you, DJ Wheats, for that amazing introduction. Sen is a boss, man.
That's one hell of an entrance.
This is the coolest entrance I've seen all weekend. Maybe TT1's was a little cooler.
What did TT1 do?
He wanted to be the very best.
But he wasn't.
Oh.
It's okay. Payam and me are good friends. He can take it from me. I'm sorry, Payam.
Oh my God. All right, guys. It's time for the third place match. Thorzain versus Sen. As soon as the players give us the go-ahead, we will jump right in. It's going to be a TVZ, first map, Metalopolis. What do you think about this series, Kev?
I think it's going to be really cool. I mean, we saw both these guys play amazing throughout the entire tournament. I think Sen was a little bit, well, disappointing. It's hard to say against Hero, because Hero is just fantastic. But I still think he could have played better than he actually did. I think Thorzain put up a really, really good fight against Puma, and in all of his other series he was fantastic. So I really think we're going to see an awesome best of 7.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very epic. These are two of the best players in the world for their respective races. Thorzain, arguably the best Terran player outside of Korea. Sen.
Oh man, are you starting again? You have like 8 of the best Terran players.
I said arguably. I said all right. It's debatable, but yeah, he's one of those guys that's in the. He's on the podium. All right.
No, definitely. I mean, he's been ever since the TSL 3, and even before that. I mean, TSL 3 was his breakout tournament or breakthrough tournament. But even before that, most of the Europeans already knew that Thorzain was really good. And he's been around ever since. He got second at the DreamHack Valencia Invitational, only losing barely to Dong Regu, I believe, 3-2 in the final. Other than that, he hasn't been doing that well in big tournaments, but he was still really confident going here. And it was kind of funny, because I was talking with Hazups as well. And Hazup was asking, like, yeah, how do you feel TVT right now playing against a Muslim? And he lost against Cloud and Nama at DreamHack. And then Thorzain's like, oh, I'm really confident. And Hazu's to me like, how can he be confident when he lost to Nama and Cloud? And Thorzain's like, oh no, it happens. I'm still really good in this.
Yeah. Yeah, and his TVZ is awesome. Like you talked about the Valencia Invitational, where he went, he was 2-3 against Dong Regu, but those were really, really close games. And quite frankly, I thought he was going to win at a couple points, but it just didn't quite come together for him. He's going to be going up against Sen, whose Zerg versus Terran style is not completely what I mean. It's a little bit different. He likes to make roaches. He doesn't. You don't see the mutilating Bane armies out of Sen all the time. Of course, he's good enough to do whatever the heck he wants. But that roach-centric army is what Sen tends to prefer in this matchup. Yeah,
he did it quite a bit against Braddock, and I think it worked really well for him. Obviously, since he advanced. But it's hard to say what he's going to do against Thorzain. I think Thorzain plays quite different than Braddock in general. Perhaps a little bit more aggressive, even though Braddock can be really aggressive as well. Thorzain is, he loves to be aggressive, but then he also loves to not kill you. He's killing you softly, man.
Oh man, we had to go sit down and do an autograph signing a little while ago, but Braddock was at the desk before us, and I was really, really afraid to go ask him to move.
You don't do that to Braddock.
He was very focused on his autographs.
Braddock asks you to sit down. You don't ask him to move.
I just stood back. I was like, okay, Braddock, whenever you're ready, boss.
And then he looked up, and he gave us a nod.
It was okay. I signed 2 more.
Good old Braddock. He's amazing. We made him make a really awesome cheerful as well. Say, Braddock, the Terminator from Russia with love. And then signed by Braddock. I will give it away later. Actually, I might keep it.
All right, guys. So players are just getting everything set up. Sen has said that he is ready. As soon as we get the go-ahead from Thorzain, we will get this game going. The map is Metalopolis. I think this is going to be a pretty good map for Sen, quite frankly. But
talk about Reaper Expand. I know you love to talk about Reaper Expand.
I love Reaper. It's my favorite Terran opening.
Tell me about it.
Because you get the Reaper out, you're almost always going to get a good scout, and on top of that, you have the chance for some good bonus damage. If you kill a drone or 2, the Reaper's done its job and then some.
Well, both players are ready. The countdown is on its way, so Ben, here we go. Best of 7 between Thorzain and Sen.
All right, guys, this is the third place match. We are going to introduce these players, and I want them to be able to hear your cheers from inside the booth. If the loading screen will never expire. You're holding us up, Kev. What's going on over here?
I'm sorry, bro.
All right. Spawning at the 3 o'clock position, the blue Terran player representing Team Mousesports, Thorzain. And Thorzain's opponent Representing the Gamma Bears, the red Zerg player in the 9 o'clock position, it is Sen. And for once, it sounds like the fans are pretty evenly distributed amongst the crowd here.
Yeah, Thorzain having a lot of fans, of course, ever since TSL 3, and he deserved it as well. He played a couple of amazing games. You remember Thorzain against MC?
From
TSL.
TSL. Oh my God, Thorzain Ultra. That game was insanity. The Cloaked Ghost.
If you're not a Thorzain fan yet, then you watch that game and you are a Thorzain fan.
That's the game that I watched and really, it made me make note of Thorzain. The MC match. Those were so intense, so close, so exciting. And man, he's good at StarCraft.
I know, man. He's very good. So we see Thorzain, no barracks yet. Oh, well, there we go.
There's a barracks. There's a barracks.
And Sen is actually going to scout it straight away. So Sen will get the scout up over here from Thorzain.
Sen's like, wait a second. Wait a second. There's a barracks building right there. So drone's going to come over and start picking away at that SCV.
Wow, what an opening over here by Thorzain. 11 racks. He's a 12 supply right now, and he's going to, well, most likely, I thought, produce a second racks. Or not yet.
I don't know, man. With Sen scouting this, Thorzain might choose to put the brakes on here. We'll have to wait and see. This barracks is being delayed by quite a bit. A couple more drones coming out. First, SCV is still alive. Quite the micro battle happening here.
Yeah, very smart actually by Sen right now to pull those two drones. Look how much he's delaying this Rex, and I actually wonder if this Rex is ever going up. We see one Rex going up at the main base right now from Thorzain. This Rex, man, it's far, but 20 seconds remaining, and I don't think he's going to get it.
I think Thorzain is going to go ahead and finish this. Sen has thrown down a spawning pool here in response to this. I think it's a really smart move. It was like a 15 pool, 15 hatch, which is kind of a 2 racks proof opening. He's going to be very, very, very easily able to defend any sort of marine pressure. I'd be very surprised if Thorzain decided to make much in the way of marines. We do see that this second racks is about 75%. This drone is really doing a lot of harassment.
We saw some SUV love as well. SUVs repairing each other. Ooh, this drone might be able to get one SUV.
Oh,
no,
what a
nice save by Thorzain.
Second. Great control by Thorzain. See a gas finishing up in Thorzain's base, so he does want to tech behind this.
Actually did have no game sounds. Trying to fix things right now. And that sounds a lot better. We do see this Marine right now from Thorzain taking quite some damage. And Sen actually managed to take out that Marine. So first blood going to Sen.
Yes, indeed. Second Marine going to pop out in there. Oh, no, Thorzain canceling that Marine. Very intelligent. They're just going to lift the barracks and float it back home. So Thorzain's opening not really paying off for him, but I don't think he's really behind Kev because he's got the 2 racks down. He's mining gas. He's ahead in workers. Sen's hatchery has been substantially delayed. So this is just going to kind of move into a sort of belated mid-game.
Yeah, but then again, Thorzain's expand is going to be very late, and I'm kind of curious to see what Thorzain is going to do. Well, there we do see that factory going down. Of course, we saw a very heavy Hellion play from Thorzain again in the series against Moro, but then again, Sen plays quite different than Moro. Certainly, yeah, when you know that the player loves to go roaches, do you really want to commit to those Hellions?
Yeah, I don't think so. Look at this. We're going to see a third rack starting up. This might just be insurance. You could cancel that. But the really important thing happening in Thorzain's base, double gas, no command center. So it doesn't look like he has any intention of expanding at all, Roddy.
No, well, I think that's the right choice because you said, I think that Sen came ahead quite a bit ahead of the first, at least the early stage of this game, because now those expanders are up and running. We have 2 queens on the map. They are going to inject those hatcheries. They're going to produce a ton of drones, literally. Take a look at the income tab right now. He's already up 5 workers, and well, by the time that Thorzain will ever be able to expand, that's just going to be way more. And well,
double
there we have it
going down.
I think, well, Sen does have an overlord in a good position, but I do think it's a smart decision because I really don't think after that start that you can just transition into a normal game, try to get your expand up, because I think Sen would be all over Thorzain.
Going to use these factory and barracks to make a couple of tech labs here, so Thorzain will be making a lot of Banshees.
I do love what Thorzain is doing right now, getting those Marines in position straight away in case Sen does try to sacrifice an overlord. He don't even see it yet. Nice 6 cents right there by Thorzain.
Yeah, it's going to be almost impossible for Sen to get a very good scout of this. We do see those tech labs finishing, starports finishing. Banshee production will begin. Not a whole lot of gas saved up for Thorzain, so if he's planning on getting close, it's going to be delayed a little bit. It's just going to be 2 Banshees right away.
Might just be a big Banshee Marine Hellion all in. Well, it's kind of scary. Then again, I really think by the time this actually comes, Sen's economy is just going to be so big. And I don't know. Right now, he's up 14 drones already compared to the SUVs of Thorzain. Bailing Nest is on its way right now. He's actually upgrading his... No, he's not upgrading anything. He's getting a macro hatch.
Yeah, macro hatch, making lots and lots of drones. No Evo chamber down just yet, so it doesn't look like Sen is suspecting any kind of Banshee play at the moment. Now, Banshees are really, really strong against Queens, Kev. One Banshee will kill one Queen. So Sen is going to have to be really, really smart about how he chooses to engage this. And he needs an Evo Chamber. He's going to need a couple Spore Crawlers. Or if not that, he needs to get that layer going so he can get up to Spire.
But Sen is still very active with his Zerglings. He's scouting around the map. We'll actually see those two Banshees coming in right now. Instantly, we see in the production tab producing 2 Queens. He's getting an Evolution Chamber as well. And I don't really see how Thorzain is going to be able to pull this off. Well, here comes the SCV train by Thorzain. He's going to have to make something happen then, because he's down 23 workers.
Yeah, really big all-in coming from Thorzain here. Oh, these Banshees going to fly right into 3 Queens. That's not a fight that they're going to do too well against.
Wow, and look at Sen. He's just morphing in 15 drones at once.
Wow.
Despite seeing those Banshees coming in, despite knowing that Thorzain is still on 1 base. Talking about confidence, man.
Ooh, this could be a crucial misstep as Marines and SCVs are showing up onto the creep of Thorzain of Sen. A couple of Banelings are going to morph now. There's no stem, so these Marines are not going to be able to micro very well against these Banelings.
Well, we have 2 aliens, 4 Banshees and 16 Marines. 4 Banelings are right now on his way. Thorzain is knocking on the front door of Sen. Army supplies, well, actually favoring Thorzain quite a bit.
Those Banelings connect and kill a lot of those Marines, and these Banshees are falling very, very quickly. And Sen, in spite of the fact that he made just a ton of drones, looks like he's going to defend this easily, and Thorzain just GG's. Kind of a bizarre game we saw there. Proxy barracks opening didn't work out. Thorzain choosing to just all in behind it, and Sen doesn't even need units to defend.
Kind of smart by Sen to send his drone in the position where you would normally not scout, but since, as we all know, you can't spawn close position on Metalopolis. Still, he sent the drone there straight away and then actually spotted the Rex. Well, that was very fortunate. I think after that, Thorzain, I think it was just too far behind to transition into anything regarding expense.
Excellent defense by Sen, so that puts him up 1-0. So Thorzain now with the map choice. We've been seeing a lot of crevasse picks from Terran players thus far in the NASL final, so I think it's very, very possible that Thorzain might fall back on that. I don't know what the vetoes were, but
yeah, me neither. We have 9 maps for this tournament, so both the players will have 1 veto basically, and then you have 7 maps left. Well, Ben, make a guess. You're a TVZ.
Well, I mean, Crevasse has
Zelnaga?
been a good map for Terran. Zelnaga is probably vetoed, I would wager. So I really don't know what map Thorzain's going to pick here. It looks like it is Antica Shipyard.
Yeah, I was talking about guessing the vetoes. I didn't expect Zelnaga to be in. But
yeah, Zelnaga would probably be my veto.
I haven't actually seen any game on Zelnaga throughout this entire tournament, or am I mistaken?
It's been vetoed almost unanimously throughout the entire event.
Did you see a game on Zelnaga?
No, not one.
Oh. Man, what happened to the love for Zelnaga?
Everybody realizes that it's a little bit broken in today's metagame.
Sen is already in the game, Thorzain not yet. Well, Thorzain is actually in the game right now, so seems like we can start game 2 already, Ben.
All right, let's get it going, guys.